C'est imbécile!
Got too much of a head start. You need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for.
Geez, this 007 First Light looks absolutely garbage. It looks like a garbage game. I'm not gonna lie. It looks so crap for a next generation game. Hey, when will you continue your driving? I'm gonna be continuing my driving at about 3 o'clock. So I've got a few hours just to get ready for the day, and then I'm gonna be driving. So now I'm just chilling, doing my things around the house, and then yeah, I want to say at 2 because at 3 o'clock I start. So at 2 I'm gonna start driving to the hub, and then I'll be on the road until 8, 9 o'clock tonight. I'll be live. Yeah. This game looks horrible.
Clear the road! Hold tight.
Now,
That's the car.
got too much of a head start. You need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for. Look out!
All right.
Clear the road! Hold tight.
Now,
That's the car.
got too much of a head start. You need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for. Look out!
I hate games like that. Looks horrible. I've been trying to reach you about your boat's extended warranty. Ish, look at that. I'm reaching. He's just not looking. He's like, mm, mm, mm.
L50. L50. Hey, yo, get the strap. Yo, it's 50. L50. L50. Hey, yo, get the strap.
Get your grown ass out of the street. Hey, I'm a kid, bro. I'm just sitting, checking, scrolling a bit through what's this Facebook, scrolling through Facebook, just taking a time to wake up. I'm drinking some coffee. I haven't taken a sip as of yet, but got my coffee. How about you? How's your morning? How are you doing? Well, aren't you in the States? So technically, it's what? Very, very early morning, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm just chilling, man. At the moment, I'm just chilling, going through my phone, seeing everything, what's going on in this world. Facebook is a very interesting place.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of four. We've got millions of free child-based holidays available.
Jeez. Ooh, I heard a Ferrari race. Like we lived to next to like a main road. I think it was a McLaren and a Ferrari that raced. Crazy. You can just hear it. Sounds like a damn racetrack. It really does.
Until
I would be so angry if somebody
the end of the week, you have the chance.
crashed for nothing into my really nice supercar.
No, he's not going to tube him.
Is that all?
Cuidado. Con usted no quiero nada, pero te quiero decir que tú eres muy linda, pero yo no pago para eso. How to unlock the DMT in your special offer? Check out this candle I found on Amazon. It was invented centuries ago. It uses beeswax, so it does not drip wax. It self-extinguishes, and it can burn up to 40 minutes per 2 inches of rope. Check out this candle I found on Amazon. It was
40
invented centuries ago. It
minutes.
uses beeswax, so it
40
does not
minutes. Oh, no, no, no.
See, the fact is,
The fact that he didn't cause an accident while
oh, what is that? Oh, wait, this might be a baby walking cat It's super cool find. It is, however, also super invasive, so I actually don't know what to do with him. I might have to just leave him on the bank, guys, because this fish, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna put him back. Whatever. That's where it came from. It's not like I'm releasing it into a new body of water. Oh,
This is Jay's grilled breakfast, soft porridge Daisy, selling for only 15 rand.
Hmm.
Hi.
When your father dies, the Irish say you lose your umbrella against bad weather. The Welsh say you sink a foot deeper into the earth. When your father dies, the Canadians say you run out of excuses, and the French say you become your own father. When your father dies, the Indians say he comes back as the thunder. The Russians say
Hello, hello.
he takes your childhood with him. I like what the Armenians say. When your father dies, the sun shifts forever, and you walk in his light.
Dis is 'n video oor 'n video wat soos vertel wat gebeur as jou vader doodgaan, soos wie jy word en wat is die storie in verskillende kulture en stuff. En dis nogals hard want ek dink daaraan nou, ek dink dit gaan nie regtig saak maak vir my nie want ek ken nie regtig my pa nie. Maar dit maak dit nog steeds 'n ek voel nog steeds 'n ongemaklike gevoel wat weet is. Mense dink dat jy nie doen nie, maar collectively doen 'n mens. Wow, ja, ek gaan maar net die deur sien wat hier aangaan.
now this is a pretty crazy clip. I'm just curious where you guys found this video of my wife driving my Jeep.
What
Now this is a pretty crazy clip. I'm just curious where you guys found this video of my wife driving my Jeep.
Jeez, way to break a brand new Jeep.
This is okay. This is not a Hellcat.
This is not a Hellcat. Chill.
Why are you driving like that? Oh, this is not a Hellcat.
So we don't have the chicken bucket, but we can get something else.
I didn't order a chicken bucket, order pasta.
Right. The fettuccine.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So we don't have the chicken bucket, but we can get something else.
I didn't order a chicken bucket, order pasta.
What the hell?
Is it true that T-Mobile has a 10 million project where you can get free internet?
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like a hotspot and free internet.
Yep.
Yeah, and how?
You would have to apply for it though. That's the T-Mobile slash 10 million.
But you're eligible in families, and it's up to 5 years.
Yes.
Is it true that T-Mobile has a 10 million project where you can get free internet?
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like a hotspot and free internet.
Yep.
Yeah, and how?
You would have to apply for it though. That's the T-Mobile slash 10 million.
But you're eligible in families, and it's up to 5.
That's very interesting.
If you're serious about your career, you need to read.
This is how you can travel from South Africa to Thailand Phuket for only 25,000. This is the exact travel package that you will go for your Thailand trip. This package includes return flights from Johannesburg, a 6-night stay in Phuket, airport transfers, daily breakfast, and activities. The activities included in this package are the Phi Island tour, Maya Bay Island, elephant feeding and bathing, as well as Yona Beach Club. The total price for this package is 25,500 rands per person sharing. You
That's
can
not
also
even-
pay in monthly installments starting with a deposit of 4,000 rands.
That's not even that expensive. 25,000
The
rand.
total price for this
What?
package is 25,500 rands per person sharing. You can
Lifewithtosh.com. I like this. Let's have a look. It's not even real. What the hell? Life with N. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Life with N. There we go. Victoria Falls, Namibia, Bangkok, Phuket, Egypt. Mm. Starting to become happy, eh? Looking at all these beautiful places. What the hell? Bali, 33, Thailand. I think this is the one. Let me just have a look. Say what,
Also pay in monthly installments starting
25,500.
with a
7-day Thailand Phuket. Let's check. Because I escaped to the tropical paradise of Phuket with our exclusive 7-day travel package. This unforgettable getaway is packed with breathtaking beaches, cultural experiences, and exciting adventures. The package includes round trip flights from Johannesburg, 6 night stay at a 4 or 5 star hotel in Phuket, airport hotel transfer, daily breakfasts, exciting excursions, PP Island tour, Maya Bay Island, elephant feeding and bathing, Yoona Beach Club, and packages excludes. Hey, G Bradley, how are you doing? Good. You having a good day today? Okay, so the travel packages excludes travel insurance, visa fees, tourist levies, gratuities, personal expenses, service. Well, all the services not mentioned above. Pricing and booking. Solo travelers, please email. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be doing this. I'll be doing this alone, I swear. Zanzibar, Vietnam, Bangkok. Let's see. Dubai. I think I like the Thailand one better. Okay, escape to the tropical paradise of Phuket with our exclusive, but it's the same one. Interesting. But I'm gonna keep it regardless. I wanna do like a overseas trip sometime. I don't know exactly when. I need to go do my visas. I think it's time to listen to some extra vibe.
What's up? What are you doing? I'm showing off our seat covers. Wow, they look amazing. Sure, and we're just giving them.
Black swans are happening like never before. The only people who called it were us. You guys realize this? I knew something had to have been brewing, guys. Again, they're starting to pop out now. Hello, I know you guys are having amazing extra piece for $2.80. Something is definitely brewing here. Why? Because it's just too quiet. It's just too quiet. Cryptos are consolidating. The last time they did this, guys, heard up or down, again, you guys know I'm bearish for the return, but something just pop out. Pop out this like a black swan. Fine.
Maybe back
Now
now.
that's the SRB community. Does this go like just like Bojack? How are you next to more piracy?
alternate capacity option. Study estimating that 99% of international data flows through such subsea cables. Which is why this is important, guys. Okay, back in 2021, NATO knows subsea cables as prime targets as well. Okay, so this is massive, guys. If you wanted to take everything down, you would target these cables right underwater. Like in February of 2024, the Houthi attack on the Ruby Mars ship that damaged 4 cables, affecting 25% of telecom traffic in West Asia and North Africa. Right, so this is all. This may have to do with geopolitical interference, guys, which is crazy, right? Insane. Again, but Mr. Poole once upon a time on 7-9 or 9-7 tweeted Fancy Bear, right? Fancy Bear. Now, Fancy Bear is interesting because Fancy Bear comes to this, guys. Okay, Fancy Bear, like BG123, interesting. They're connected to Russia. Okay, they are a Russian cyber group. American cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike has stated with a medium level of confidence that it is associated with the Russian military intelligence agency. Okay, so maybe it could do something. So maybe it could be something along these lines, guys, right? That have to do with the internet, the cables, traffic, data, hacking material, right? Which maybe comes back to a certain country. I don't know who even cut them in the first place. Or was it natural? Fancy Bear is classified by FireEye as an advanced persistent threat. Among other things, it uses zero-day exploits, spear phishing, and malware to compromise targets. The other day, I think, just the other day, Ethereum was getting getting hit by a malware attack, guys, right? So what's going on? The group promotes the political interests of the Russian government. Okay, very interested here, right? Again, this all happens around the same time as what happens already. The blood moon from waters above. The blood moon occurs tomorrow. What's the date today? That was 10 hours ago that he posted that. 10 hours ago. Yeah, so that's today. Occurs tomorrow, folks. Okay. Now, King Val says, wait, it has nothing to do with crypto. Will it do anything with the world? I mean, it already has begun, it seems like. Right? That's truly a black swan. When no one's paying attention to something, guys, and that thing does actually occur, that's what the definition of a black swan is, by the way. Right? Which no one was watching the undersea cables, except the riddlers were. Right? They told us to watch, keep out for them, keep eye out for them, guys. So now, will that have to do anything with the blood moon that occurs tomorrow? Right? Possibly not. It has nothing to do with crypto from King Val. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon a name, okay, shall be delivered. What do we think here? Now, it means pump. People are suggesting it means a pump, guys, right? And all these things. Now, from the bearable bull, it could mean a pump as well because supposedly it's literally called the full moon. Tomorrow will be the final pullback in the market before an explosive parabolic move, right? What do we think here, guys? Is it going to dump or pump, or is there going to be nothing that accompanies it? Because from Seth Finn, the short squeeze will be biblical. Bitcoin, how did he get liquidated? The moon, right? He's pointing to the moon here. Now, why is it so significant? So maybe it's actually bullish. The reason being is because the new moon is the blue colored moon, guys. Okay, the full moon is the other one, the gray moons, which is the full moon. Each full moon that
has occurred in the past for Bitcoin, a pump, right? That like kind of marked the top though. An outlier, another pump, right? Throughout this whole phase. So the chances of us pumping is actually great in the coming days. Supposedly, when we look to the blood moon, but that's so odd. Why it symbolizes the blood moon when it's a full moon, right? Because I would think that the market makers would wish to dump it, right, to connect to the blood moon. But I guess if it's a full moon, which it literally is, then the charts say it points upwards, right? From XRP burning all down. To be honest, though, I'm still sure to be bearish for the coming weeks until I think the ETFs for XRP will lag. That's just my opinion here, right? And heading into November, Esoteric K. Overnight from Mr. Pull as well, and the same as the blood moon, right? Overnight 9-7. Let's see what happens here, right? Anything could occur, but at the same time, from XRP Cotton, he's connected to Avocado, which is a crazy find because nobody really lets people check out people's profiles because unless they tweet, right? But if you look at Avocado's profile picture here, right, it literally says goodbye, right? And a peace emoji, guys. Like farewell, goodbye. Avocado tweeted out, or not tweeted out, but he's pointing to him leaving Twitter, right? Wow. I mean, the thing is, he's done this multiple times before, and he has come back. But I don't know. I don't remember what he did. Okay, this would be a significant data point because when he did leave several times, I don't know what happened in those times. Maybe something occurred. I just don't remember. So maybe we should watch out for that. Well, the ZZ told us no price action till September of 2020. Plan accordingly. SPI and MoneyGram will not do anything. Plans change. Big delay to see price action. Right, this was from years ago, guys. Okay, no price actions till September of 2020. Right, maybe coming out to 2025. Well, we see price action say up or down though. Right, he did not say pump or down. It has been consolidating a lot, so hopefully we can pump. But will we not? Lift off week/week. Okay, from this red alert. And Baba once said to FOMO when Ripple posts something with Africa. Okay? And they did recently. It was this right here, guys. The next chapter for our LAC source in Africa, right? Targeting Africa. Rolling out our LAC within Africa, guys. But wait, Baba replied, literally nowhere does it say to FOMO. Right? So it didn't mention to FOMO.
I'm starting to feel that.
But we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens here. Again, a lot of things are getting very interesting, aren't they? Now, from Joel Bank, when the Powerball this Saturday has already taken place, I'm not sure, but he said, I'm slamming a $1.7 billion market order into XRP on Coinbase. Hope you like green candles, right? There it is. I mean, if you guys win the Powerball this weekend, guys, I guess happening today, I'm not sure, but yeah, just literally go all in on XRP. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. Even if it were to dump like 50%, you're still going to yourself billions of dollars. Right? So it doesn't even matter. So yeah, just go, whoever wins the power, just go all in on XRP. I'm telling you, this is a good choice. From Mr. Pool, 960 bunker, which would connect back to a black swan event, right? Natural disasters. Right here, guys, when the pyramids turn into red smoke, did he say? Red dust, right? Like an explosion. A lot of natural
Jacket just now by accident.
From Takrika. Well, the blood moon over 997. Wait, how much can I win September 8th? From the insurance, wait, how much can I win? Right, 9/8 right here as well.
See that?
Wow, from Mr. Cool connection to Dave Insurance here. Very fascinating, guys. Again, black swans are appearing like never before, and on the other hand, we have some bullish and bearish catalysts. Let's see who will win, bearish or the bulls. But I'm leaning for bearish to be fair within the short term. Not the each west, but it's getting very interesting now. A lot of excitement to say the least. But it's something to see ya.
Call it all traders want to compete with.
Hello, everyone.
Edge Crypto Channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from the Crypto Basic. Ripple confirms BlackRock 1010 Swell Conference. So Ripple has confirmed that a BlackRock executive will be among the high-profile participants at its upcoming Swell 2025 conference. Maxwell Stein will be there. And right away, people are speculating on this. They're saying that they're going to announce that they're going to file for an ETF at Ripple Swell. Other people are saying that BlackRock is going to announce that they're holding XRP. You know, let's just wait and see what happens at Ripple Swell. There's way too much speculation on this right now. But at least we can confirm that BlackRock will have an executive at Ripple Swell this year.
Yeah.
Everyone's chasing coins. XRP Army
I'm
already
feeling that
cracked
one
the
now.
code. The protocol is the value. When the world figures that out, prices won't just move. They'll detonate. You're either early or you're exit liquidity. Take a listen to what Raw Paul says here.
The difference is we all get stake in this. We just a token of the underlying decentralized infrastructure rails, and we can all participate. We did not to the internet, and here we get a second do over, but the whole of humanity will get involved. I think 200 million active wallets, 600 million participating in this.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that this is the most understood, misunderstood aspect of the whole entire thing. Like, if I was to rebuild Uber today in a tokenized world, I could build Uber in a manner that benefits all the drivers. In the pre-tokenized world, I can tell you right now that Uber's going to act in a manner that does not benefit the drivers, right? Like, the drivers are the biggest cost center for Uber today. They are going to 100% move towards a Waymo model, right? You can see that the drivers are ultimately what is driving all of the AI gathering for Uber. In a tokenized world, the drivers would have an ownership stake in the network that they're building, right? Like, people do not understand that this evolution will actually benefit the masses more than hurt the masses. And will some people benefit more than others? Yes, but that happens in any moment of change, right? But like, in the grand scheme of things, the US debt is in a better spot today from where treasuries can be parked. Humanity's in a better spot in terms of more people gaining access to the money that should be owed to them versus intermediaries, and more people will ultimately be able to gain access to real valuable assets that they never had access to before. That is what the larger sort of aspect is happening with the tokenization of the world, and that's what gets me so excited on everything.
So he's very excited about
It's very exciting. I'm very excited for the world of tokenization as well.
For
Not gonna
everyone.
lie.
But not everybody is going to benefit from this. You got to invest now into something like XRP, which is going to be moving
that is
those
using
tokenized assets.
that technology
from
to
point A to
enable
point B.
tokenization
But
and
tokenization is going to
the new
open up ways
blockchain
for people
world.
to invest into things that they never could invest in before. Even with the stock market, they're taking the U.S. stock market global now because of tokenization. It's going to open up a lot of possibilities, but I think there's going to be a lot of dark points to tokenization as well. I think a lot of people are going to end up losing their property through tokenization unless they get it right. In other words, if they have laws ahead of tokenization that secures people's property, because you can rely on smart contracts, but sometimes those smart contracts don't get honored or they get changed due to wording. You got to be very careful when you're tokenizing an asset in the future. All regulations must happen before another election cycle to start the process again. At that point, it would be too late for the U.S. to be the leader on the global stage. The RLUSD digital dollar will drive demand for the dollar and treasuries. Take a listen to this, because this is coming from the former State Department official.
I do believe we are on the precipice of a big change in terms of how cross-border payments work. Because my own view is, when there are new technologies that clearly improve the status quo, it's hard to restrain them indefinitely, right? And if you can clear a cross-border payment in seconds as opposed to 2 weeks, like, we should probably do the thing that allows that payment to happen in seconds, right? So my own view in terms of stablecoins is it seems like, unless there's a big political shift in the US, we are really putting all the eggs in the stablecoin basket. We're not doing even a wholesale central bank digital currency. And even if there's a new president in 2029 who does do authorizes the Fed to do a digital dollar, like, it might be too late at that point, right? Given how fast some of these, alternatives coming out of China are developing. So my own view is, if I were, to wave a magic wand, I would say we need to figure out a way to ensure that a well-regulated stablecoin ecosystem develops, one that is not used for corrupt practices, is not used for illicit practices, where American consumers are protected, where it's not, they're not going to lose their money, because of some sort of, a scam or something like that. Something like that.
And what have I been saying this entire time? Nothing will work unless you have regulations in place first. And that's why they have to fast track regulations now. Because the midterms next year, things could change in Washington. It would be great to get all this done even before the next elections happen. But he is right. We are going in a totally different direction away from a central bank digital currency. But what would happen in 2029 under a new president, a different administration? Could they go back to a central bank digital currency? I don't think so, because I remember that guy from the World Economic Forum. I can't even play his videos. That Navari guy, he's totally crazy, but he made a point. He says, once you integrate something like a central bank digital currency or a stable coin into the system, it binds itself to everything else, and you cannot remove it once that motion begins. And that always stuck with me, that video that I see coming from the World Economic Forum, and that's why they were rushing to get CBDCs in place. Because once a CBDC launches, or even a stable coin, it integrates itself into every part of the financial system. And we're actually witnessing that happen already here in the United States. World Liberty Financial versus, take a listen to this quick clip.
I think it's if you work for, like, how are people valuing this, putting aside kind of the political affiliation or connection, would this be like competing against like Ripple is the comp? Because I think the way crypto markets trade, like, you have Bitcoin and then you have, like, and everything's a comp to something, right? And so what are people comping this thing to? Is it Aave or DeFi protocols? Is it more like Ripple, Coinbase?
I think it's a meme. I think as Steve said it right. It's like World Liberty Fi is a $22 billion token, $5.6 billion to the Trump family, with token buybacks, yet no revenue. You don't have to like it, but it's here. It's like, I think it's this, right? It's there's a New York Times article about just like how much of the tokens of the Trump broader family and agencies, I guess I'd call it, the Trump family itself controls about $22 billion for the World Liberty Fi token, suggesting that its holdings as of Monday afternoon were worth about $5 billion, making World Liberty Fi one of the most valuable Trump assets, worth far more than their real estate holdings.
You cannot even compare World Liberty Fi to XRP. I saw people saying they're going to replace XRP with World Liberty Fi. He just called it a meme coin. And I would never invest in anything that Eric Trump tells me to invest in. And Eric Trump literally claimed today on CNBC the reason he launched World Liberty Fi is because he was debanked. A few hours later, World Liberty Fi froze Justin Sun Tron's tokens. I mean, you cannot make it up at this point. And that's why I would never invest in something that Eric Trump tells me to invest in. I just don't see it as a good investment at all. And it's definitely not the XRP killer. Be honest, who really truly believes XRP can go to 10K? I'm trying to see something. And right away, someone said it's because of the market cap multiplier. That's what's going to get XRP to $10,000 per XRP. The whole narrative changed once people saw the market cap multiplier. Once it was first talked about by, I think it was either Jake Claver or someone else, Jack Rector, that guy might have talked about it before. But once that was brought up and brought to the table, people's ideas on where XRP can go changed like overnight because they realized it doesn't take a lot of money anymore to move the price of XRP. So what are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section down below. Do you think XRP can still get to 10K? I already know some of you are going to say absolutely because Arthur Brito said it was built to be a $10,000 asset. But do you believe the market cap multiplier plays a factor in where XRP goes in the short term? And the Bitcoin maxis don't understand market multiplier because these assets have utility. And right away, the Bitcoin maxis are still citing market cap in 2025. They're saying the best case scenario for XRP is $5 to $7. This is where Grok gets those lowball price points from. When somebody says, where is XRP going in the short term, in this cycle? Right away, Grok comes back with conservative price between $5 to $7. It's because the Bitcoin maxis say this over and over again. And right away, they point to previous cycles as well. This cycle is going to be a lot different than every other previous cycle because nothing is holding back XRP this time around.
Running hurts. Tai Chi heals.
Tai Chi heals. I've been getting these ads quite some time, man.
Get crunchy.
It really wants me to do Tai Chi.
This comes from Ben. A huge one is flying
But I'm
under
not
the
older
radar
than
on
50.
the Ripple X roadmap. Confidential transfers feature. Proposal upcoming to the XRP ledger. Bringing privacy to the XRP ledger for transfers. Timelines for proposals are obviously very dynamic. This was talked about at XRP ledger Apex too. Wow. So here's the one I look at, smart escrows. I think that's going to be a big deal when it comes to tokenized assets. That's going to also be a game changer coming to the XRP ledger in quarter 4. But everything around the XRP ledger, it's all geared towards institutional adoption. That's how you know that we're going to see a lot of institutional money pour into XRP. And this comes from Soil, Neat Soil, an institutional grade yield protocol, now coming natively to the XRP ledger, supported by Ripple and Securitize, BlackRock and Hamilton Lane funds. We're building vaults that let you put your ROUSD to work. There are 3 types of vaults. Let's talk about the yield vault today. Plan early, harvest big. 7% fixed APR in ROUSD. I like the idea of this. You know, I'm not a guy who owns stablecoins, but a lot of people are going to cash out other cryptocurrency. Maybe not their XRP. Maybe they're going to cash out a little bit of their XLM or XDC or Algo or whatever else they're holding, Pepe coin or some other coin that they're holding. Now, if you cash it out into ROUSD, you could put that ROUSD to work for you and get 7% fixed APR. And as you're sitting there waiting to buy back in on some of these other cryptocurrencies, you could be earning yield during that time period, making money off of your ROUSD. That's what I like about this one. And yes, he said this actually only a year ago. Black Swan and Tether stated by Brad, CEO of Ripple. Take a listen to this.
Resilience of the market. That should give us immense optimism about what's coming. Do I think there's another Black Swan? Of course, 100%. I just don't know exactly what it is. The only one that's got to be an interesting one to watch, and I don't even know why he calls it Black Swan, because like, Black Swan, by definition, can't really be, it's like, oh, didn't see that happen. Yeah. The U.S. government is going after Tether.
The reason I wanted to show you this clip is because I keep seeing people saying Tether's going to be totally safe in the United States. I don't think so. I think right now they're using Tether. The U.S. knows that they could dump the U.S. debt on Tether, but Tether continues to create value out of nothing. Then they take that and they prop up Bitcoin with it, USDT, every time Bitcoin's price drops even in the slightest. And I'm sure some of the big players are also behind this as well. So will that be the next Black Swan? And will it happen in 2026? Because I think that would more likely be the timeline. We get regulations sometime between November and December. Those regulations will most likely go into effect in maybe January, February. Then there will be a grace period to be compliant, most likely 90 days. Then Tether would be pushed out of the United States. That's what I think will happen eventually. And it's not just going to happen in the US, it's going to happen in other countries as well. And that will most likely be the next black swan. But is it a black swan? Because Brad is right. Everybody's been predicting this to happen for years. Or is regulations themselves going to be the black swan? Because remember, 99% of crypto is predicted to disappear. I even think some exchanges are going to fold up under the weight of regulations. There's a lot of exchanges not doing KYC, AML. They will most likely be gone. Wallets, some wallets are not doing KYC, AML either. Those will most likely fold up as well. Not Zomin. I think Zomin, it's a great product, and Win, he really put a lot of effort into Zomin. I think that's going to be one of the ones that are still with us. But there's also other wallets most of you never even heard of that you could utilize, and they don't do KYC in any way. So what about your crypto that's in those wallets? Most likely those wallets will fold up, and your crypto will go with it. Self-custody all of your crypto. I cannot stress that enough. But I think 2026 is going to be one hell of a year, because most of us are going to already be very happy with the price of XRP. And I think it's going to continue to go up in 2026. But a black swan could also play in factor for utility-driven cryptocurrency, because it's going to eliminate all the illicit activity. So all the smart money has to go somewhere. Where's it going to go? It's going to go into safe assets. It's going to go into assets that solve real-world problems. And that could also push XRP to even higher price points. XLM, XDC as well. People predicting that $1,000 XRP all of a sudden, you might see that sooner than you think if all of this was to happen. Because think about it, Tether being gone, it's going to play a very big factor on the price of Bitcoin, because 87% of Bitcoin's price is tied to Tether. So imagine the crash that will happen there. Right away, people will lose all faith in Bitcoin. So that money has to shift. And I think it would shift into utility. I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm giving you a theory that I think will happen if this was to play out. And XRP holders, like I said, you will already be very happy on the price of XRP by then. But until it does happen, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said,
Yeah, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. Let's start with doing push-ups, so you can get some good biceps and shoulders and chests and whatever. Woo! He's my back.
Most people over 40 use ChatGPT like it's Google. Copy, paste.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like how the vibe is with JB.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto Channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today
On XRP.
So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world.
Geez, I haven't listened to these videos in such a long time.
This is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.80. XRP is still raging in that channel. You can see it on the 7-day chart.
MIA, I've been focusing on my life, focusing on getting my money up somehow, doing lives, meeting people, doing deliveries, trying to find new products to sell and stuff, you know, maybe make a new song or something, I don't know. Try to be creative, try to think of new ways of expanding and growing. I do want to play guitar again, that's for sure.
It's catastrophic, worst thing possible. Lots of negativity towards XRP. This is why so many people in crypto will fail by fumbling XRP. The people who have patience, perseverance, and fortitude to hold will find generational, life-changing wealth with XRP. You know, there's so much negativity around this cryptocurrency right now. Every single video that I do, I always tell you at the end, stay patient and stay positive. Because if you fall into this negativity, you're going to end up selling too soon, especially if you're new to crypto. Because most people got here because a friend told them, listen, you can make a fortune in crypto. It's up only. Just dump your money into it, sit back, and you'll be rich within 30 days. But crypto doesn't work that way. And some people got lucky on meme coins in the past, but it doesn't happen to everyone that enters this space. And if you listen to these negative people, because right now, there's nothing negative about XRP at all. It's just people following the trend. Everybody is negative on XRP because it's trendy to be negative right now. Soon as the market turns around, all these same people will be extremely energetic and positive about XRP. They will be telling you they were right all along. All you got to do is nothing. Just sit back and wait for it to happen. It is absolutely nothing. I mean, XRP has the most amazing chart in all of crypto. When it breaks out, I'm telling you, it's going to be life-changing for every single holder. Here is XRP's price if it becomes the first coin held by top 10 central banks. Now, I don't know where they get these numbers from, but they're saying that it could go to $22.58 per coin if this was to happen. But they're not factoring in market multipliers, they're not factoring in scarcity and rising demand. You know, these central banks most likely will create massive liquidity pools of XRP because they're going to be utilizing it for on-demand liquidity. And as that's happening, they're locking away all that XRP. It's going to become scarce. And when it becomes scarce, the demand is going to be even higher. Everybody's going to have this cryptocurrency. So what do you think is going to happen to the price? It's going to explode. It's going way higher than $22. First of all, if the central banks are utilizing XRP to move money back and forth and around the world, won't the banks then be out of the testing phase and we would see the set price of XRP, which a lot of people would argue that it's in the thousands. You know, everybody right now is still speculating, but they always put out these articles when XRP is going sideways. When XRP is rising in price, all of a sudden everybody's predicting $100,000 per XRP. That's what happens in this space. And here's Robinhood CEO. It's time to move beyond Bitcoin. Take a listen.
What's up? What are you doing?
I'm showing off our C covers.
Wow, they look amazing.
Sure, and we're just...
I believe it will make it easier to invest in American companies if you're outside the world. It will also bring the markets into 24/7 and fully on-chain and get all the benefits that crypto technology levies on these traditional assets. So I think it's time to move beyond Bitcoin and meme coins into real-world assets that exhibit fundamental utility.
Take notice, he said utility. And Crypto Corey said that to me earlier today. But it is that time now. That's the new narrative. Everybody's now looking beyond Bitcoin all of a sudden. And they're looking beyond meme coins. Why? Because we're on the verge of regulations now. And once regulations come, it's going to kill off all the meme coins. Bitcoin will still be with us, but it'll be a lot less relevant when that happens. And everything is going to be centered around utility. XRP community alleges that Coinbase is deliberately manipulating the price of XRP. This comes from Michael Branch. So what they're saying is tactical selling. Coinbase is not just selling, but doing so during low liquidity periods to maximize downward pressure. Fragmented wallets. Sales are routed through multiple wallets to disguise the source. Correlation with price levels. Drew claims an 87% correction between Coinbase's XRP outflows and XRP's repeated failure to break resistance around $1.20. Institutional ties. Significant XRP flows allegedly ended up at over-the-counter desks linked to financial institutions like BlackRock. Everybody's saying that Coinbase is selling to BlackRock over the counter. Coinbase's motive. Speculation says Coinbase may be protecting ETH due to its ties with Ethereum Foundation affiliates and aligning with traditional banking interests. But there's no evidence to confirm this. I always think that exchanges are out to screw us over. That's why I don't keep my crypto on the exchanges. But I think what's really going on is this. I think they're highly manipulating the price of Bitcoin, and it's causing the rest of the market to fall when Bitcoin falls. Now, they might be manipulating the price of XRP to some extent as well. I already expected XRP to start to recover since the case is done, but it hasn't happened yet. XRP should not be sitting at the price it's sitting at right now. It should be a lot higher. Even before the case started, before Ripple versus SEC started, XRP was already the number 2 asset, not Ethereum. So I'm expecting XRP to flip Ethereum. Everybody else is expecting Ethereum to flip Bitcoin. So if that was to happen, essentially, XRP is going to flip both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And it's most likely going to happen in this cycle. Grayscale, XRP Trust, NAV surges over 400% in a year. And this is a big deal because this shows you what's going to happen with those ETFs. So Grayscale first introduced the XRP Trust in March 2018, offering accredited investors structured exposure to XRP through a private placement. However, the asset manager dissolved the trust in January 2021 due to the challenging market conditions stemming from the Ripple case. Following the release of final judgment, which gave Ripple a partial victory over the SEC, Grayscale relaunched its XRP Trust in September 2024. It has been 1 year since the company relaunched the investment vehicle. Notably, the Grayscale XRP Trust has recorded an impressive performance since its relaunch a year ago. In just 1 year, the trust net asset value per share has surged from its initial $10.85 to current rate of $55.79, marking a 414% increase. And people still think that XRP spot ETFs are not going to outperform the Bitcoin ETFs. There is so much demand for this cryptocurrency, and anybody that doesn't see it, they're just missing the point. XRP wallet growth in August 2025. Over 11,000 new wallets joined the top 10% XRP club in August, a clear signal of rising confidence among mid to large holders. Total XRP wallets are now exceeding 6.6 million. You know, people are positioning themselves in this cryptocurrency. People look at XRP as an escape from the matrix. You know, why would anybody want to hold money at the bank when they could put it into XRP and easily get a 10x on their money? Most likely, in this run, if everything plays out according to plan and all the catalysts fall in line, there's a good chance that XRP easily pulls a 20 or 30x. People are predicting very high price points for XRP all of a sudden. It's a combination of things. It's the catalyst, it's the market cap multiplier, it's the fact that ISO is also going to go live this year. A lot of people see that as very bullish for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. We got regulations coming. I mean, if you would have told me, I would have told you you're absolutely crazy. But yet, here we are in 2025, and everything I just mentioned is going to happen within the next 4 months. All those catalysts, even the banking license could happen within the next 4 months. XRP is going to be a major shocker. Wait and see. And it's going to start with this. September rate cut odds hit 100%, with 11% chance the Fed goes big at 50 BPS. I think it's going to stay at 25 BPS, but we have to wait and see how this all plays out. And even the banks are calling for a rate cut. Major banks like Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Citigroup now forecast 2 to 3 rate cuts in 2025. Amid U.S. economic slowdown, Wall Street optimism rises as Fed signals easing could fuel liquidity, boosting crypto markets and risk appetite. Now, when he cuts rates, I'm expecting that to be the signal that it's go time. And if he's going to cut rates over the next couple of months, how the hell is the top coming in October? People are still saying the top for XRP is going to come in the 3rd week of October. I'm not seeing it. The ETFs haven't even got approved yet. When they go live, that's going to be another catalyst. And that's going to be an ongoing catalyst because money's going to pour in month over month. And it's just going to continue to push the price of XRP even higher. So like I said at the beginning of this video, don't listen to the negativity. I'm telling you, these same people are going to be telling you that they've been telling you all along XRP was the one. Because right now, it's just trendy to hate on XRP. I mean, come on, everybody out there right now hates this cryptocurrency. But the second it blasts off, everybody's going to have it, and everybody's going to love it. But one thing I also want to point out is if you look at this, everybody's calling this a double bottom here, and then a blast off, like a cup and handle. But people also think we're halfway up this green candle, and I really don't think so. I think we're back here somewhere, where we haven't even got started yet. Because I still believe all we've seen so far was a correction. Pro-crypto administration coming into Washington, and that caused the correction on the price of XRP. Where we go from here is going to be so much higher. Anybody still thinking that we're going to top out between $5 and $7? I'm just not seeing it. I think that's the Bitcoin maxis pushing that narrative. I think this run is going to be unlike any run we've seen in the past. It is going to be absolutely incredible to watch as an XRP holder. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.
Naked completely rebuilt insurance to make it phone call free and all online. That means insurance isn't just easier and faster.
These bikers just try to make the world a better place. Like a number 3, and a small gesture probably made the lady's day. With number 2, and the kid didn't give up that quick.
Hello. Hello.
I actually just like the name Kogi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Why don't you do a funny internet nickname?
Like what?
Oh God, you can't. I'm not creative like that. I don't know.
If you come up with one,
I'll let you know. And then we can change all your socials to like Togi's number 4.
Togi?
Number 4.
I actually really like the name Togi.
Thank you.
I wonder what
Thank you
mine's
so
gonna
much,
be.
Sarah.
Because it's JKExtraction. How about X? You can call me X.
There were 3 suspects. 2 white males, 1 black man. Sorry, officer. There's absolutely no one in this house apart from me, I can assure you. Good morning. There were 3 suspects. 2 white males, 1 black man. Sorry, officer. There's absolutely no one in this house apart from me, I can assure you.
No. Okay. This is a good.
All eyes are about to be on you. Come Monday. So you are feeling forgotten. You are feeling overlooked. You are feeling stuck in places that don't match your potential. You've been working. You've been serving. You've been
Okay,
praying.
listen, I'm going
but you
offline
have
for a
not
while.
received
I'm gonna be
recognition
on.
as
I'm just
yet.
gonna
You
shower
feel
and get
like
my things
your
ready
light
because I need
has
to leave
been
soon. So
covered, like your
yeah,
voice
check
has
you
been
later.
silenced. Your gifts are being ignored. But this is what